Happy birthday, Scorpio. This is Robin with Robin's Realm Readings, and my heart is drawn to bring you for the Scorpio singles and see where you're at emotionally, see what guidance there is for you, what goddess archetype energy is representing you right now, and what the suggestions are to have a better experience in your love life. And remembering that love is universal, it's kind, it's fair, it's even. I just keep hearing the words equilibrium. You have to be with somebody that meets you eye to eye. And usually the first place you see that is in the mirror, looking in your own eye and in the eye of your mind and your soul and your being, and being perfectly honest with who you are. Scorpio, I love you very much. My birthday is Friday, so I am freaking out. I'm going to hit us with the solar plexus hit to set this energy straight before I read for you, okay? And we'll see where the cards lead us. It's our birthstone opal. It's a real opal. It looks like plastic. Isn't it beautiful? So here's what I want to share with you. Let me pull I'm going to use my vice versa to pull a theme over the reading first, even though I've already pulled the cards. And they just popped out. This guy popped out last. I actually found this on the floor, so we'll see what it tells us, okay? And I want to tell you how much I love you very, very much. I'm speaking kindness, wellness, wholeness, love, healing, balance, structure, self-respect into you, observation, kindness, mercy, these qualities that make you a very happy person. Look at that, the Four of Wands, but it is in reverse. This is the main theme of this reading, you guys. Let's go with it. This is about your emotions. This is about your dreams and desires. The desires, look at the sun is still shining and they're dancing, but they're dancing away from an event. The Four of Wands is about structure, balance. It's about stability, joy. In the Four of Wands, it's usually marriage, commitment, or somebody else's marriage. The state of being committed, happy, and connected with somebody. What I see here is, look at this girl. She's in a white dress and like a wedding. I guess it could symbolize a wedding dress. And look at this, looks like Pan. He's got hoofs. I don't know if you can see that. All right. The two different characters are two different types of people getting together, different energies getting together and actually making it work. This is where it's not actually working anymore. And they're like waltzing out of this situation. You see what I see? I too have just left something that I was very familiar with, but I struggled with it. I'm sure some of you have. A relationship, you struggle with it. You think it's one thing and it turns out to be another, and you try to make it into something it isn't, and you battle with that. This doesn't mean walking away from it doesn't mean you're going to lose your stability. You're still going to have that as long as you keep your four primary, I call this, see, this is a meditation I take people through, is you get to meet the four primary soulmates of from the spirit world that guide you. I believe we have guardian angels. I believe this. You don't have to believe this. And this is general for Scorpio singles. Okay? You don't have to believe that you have four guides, but I believe you have four guides. And I'll guide you into a meditation where you will meet your four guides. So if you do or do not believe that, that's fine. I always say, when people used to pray in the church and they'd say, God put a hedge of protection around me. Well, that was like calling in all of your beings that support and protect you in this life. We're in a third dimensional world, and some of these people are in a fourth dimensional world. Keep that in mind. It's just a thought. It is my thought. Okay? So I'm going to put this right here. No, I'll put it up here. Can you see it? Oh, barely. Sorry about my camera too, you guys. I want to tell you, it's just what it is. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you what we're getting. So I'm using the dreams of Gaia for the main energies, the main events that are happening. Okay, the first one is the Ten of Cups in reverse. I can see that some of you just don't feel like yourself right now. And some of you do. It's just a conscious choice of how you're feeling about something. Accept your feelings because they're real true to your intuition as long as you're on an even keel with yourself. You know your heart and mind are together. And you know what's best for you. Should you have walked away from something, you have to stay in touch with your true heart. But right now, you know, the Ten of Cups upright is like everything. It's like everything's balanced and everyone's happy. You can walk into a room, you feel completely 100% yourself. And you can walk into a room and smile real big and just, boom, you have that confidence, that sexy confidence of lighting up a room. Now, even though November is going to bring us some fantastic friggin' energy, fantastic, beautiful blessings, financial, emotional, structural blessings for Scorpio singles, you still have to stay in touch with yourself, my loves. So, sometimes it takes wisdom to know how to get through the less than 100% experience that you're in, or maybe in, less than 100% fulfillment. It takes wisdom. This reminds me very much of the Hermit card. It is number 10 in the Dreams of Gaia, though. And this is a person that takes time to heal, find out exactly what they want, exactly who they are, exactly how to go about it. They take time out. They don't just jump from one thing into another. And that includes myself. I love these pictures because you have the wizards and you have the hermits, and they have a staff, a walking staff, which guides their feet as they walk forward and into the unknown. And sometimes the unknown is within us. And I can't help but say, I too had to go through the 12-step program because I had a failed marriage, an alcoholic husband. But what happened was, wisdom led me into a program that guided me to be balanced. I'm still not fully balanced, but I'm working on it, and I have some help. The serenity prayer. God, grant me this serenity to accept what I cannot change. Accept it. The courage to change what I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Every meeting I ever went to, even the old people that have been in the program for like 20 years said, that's the tough one. The wisdom to know the difference. And so, this is some pretty strong energy. And it's not more, don't be mournful about it because it's an experience. You're just going through an experience, my loves. And so you, remember, you go to bed with yourself, you wake up with yourself. The more you look inside, the more wonderful you're going to be. The more beauty you're going to see within you. That sends out a signal to the world to turn this around. That you are your true manifestation. You are all of who you are, and you will attract that to yourself. But this is a process, and so I'm taking you through the process. And the next stage is the crone stage for us. You see the crow in the tree? This is a very strong, intelligent energy of setting boundaries and structures. And in the Dreams of Gaia, this character, this energy, this is what it says about her. She's comfortable in her own skin and free of artifice and pretense. She's mature, honest, aware, and wise. She's both understanding and compassionate, but speaks and acts with a directness that some may find intimidating. The crone can be quick to hug and offer support, but she can also be blunt and is unafraid to deliver a tough love message if she feels it is needed. And at times this can give her the appearance, excuse me, of cruelty and ruthlessness. But while the crone is not a hard woman, she can be tough and unwilling to embrace other people's illusions. Right? Illusions. That's interesting. Excuse me. This is why some will always be quick to vilify the crone. This is an energy I'm speaking about, people. This is an energy that we experience. And what's coming up for Scorpio singles right now. You know, you don't have to identify with it. You may not. It's a general reading. But if you do, glean the wisdom from it that you can, right? Here, she can be depicted as a cruel, hard, wicked, and selfish hag, and the very fact that she's both unrepentant and unwilling to be what society expects her to be may make her a target for those who are slaves to society's dictates, as well as those who impose society's dictates. But she's very gentle and kind. She's loving, supportive, and nurturing. Every face she wears is her true face. But the face she wears will be the one she feels is needed at the time. She is who she needs to be when she needs to be. If she's made to believe that she's useless, she can be controlled. If the crone becomes aware of her potential and power, she's definitely a force to be reckoned with. In the past, rarely, let me just say this, it says in the past, reference to the crone. See, I'm new to her too. I'm new to these cards. Some of these cards are amazing, and I'm learning them, so learn them with me. Okay. By the way, this was made by Ravin Filan, The Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Ravin Filan. They're amazing. The artwork's amazing. Okay, so it says rarely in modern Western culture and society is the crone celebrated and revered. Instead, she's called hag because she's no longer fertile, and so men no longer desire her. Western culture is inherently patriarchal, and therefore, if the male population has no need for women who are beyond childbearing age, society has no purpose or place for them. Another stereotype that is commonly embraced is that of the kindly old woman who dotes on her family and grandchildren. She's sweet and rosy-cheeked and always there to offer a hug and love. She's the babysitter who's always called on. She spends all her time in the kitchen, cooking cakes and biscuits. Smells like gingerbread. She's the essence of love and familial servitude. She's either feared or loved. In the role of hag, she inspires revulsion. In the role of grandmother, she inspires love and comfort. But ask yourself if the grandmother is acting from a place of love or fear. I'm dealing with that, y'all. I'm almost 63. Can you believe it? I have a heart of a 30-year-old. Okay. It's really interesting. I like this. The crone's fertility does not cease when she stops menstruating. It increases. She's even more fertile in her crone years because her flow has ceased, leaving vital energy for other works. Yes, I can identify. We're offered stereotype and taught to believe that women beyond a certain age are lesser value. When the crone appears in the past position, it presents the need to reject stereotypes and pigeonholing people based on their age or appearance. Wow, this is so comforting to me. Because I was just watching videos about dating over 60. Oh my God. It's just, people aren't real anymore. So here's what it says. Ageism is a form of oppression that, regardless of gender, is a mark of great disrespect. Did I say that? Yes. No person's worth should be measured by their youth and appearance, instead of their maturity and experience. Women and men now have more choices available. Neither gender has to have a partner or children in order to feel fulfilled or complete. The time is long past since it was necessary for humanity to reproduce in order to preserve or increase the numbers within a tribe. Our tribes have gone far beyond this. In fact, some would say that it is a wiser person who chooses not to reproduce because they think of the planet and its dwindling resources and not of themselves. When she appears in the present, which she is actually, she represents freedom of choice and freedom to be. You only have one life to live, so it's important to live it. And that means putting your priorities first. Do not have to embrace traditions and beliefs that are archaic and restrictive. You do not have to do as you're told or what is expected of you. You do not have to allow others to determine your future or decide, excuse me, decide you have a purpose. Do not allow your age, your appearance, your gender, your sexuality to become something that others use to define, restrict, or limit you. You are who you choose to be. Oh, baby. I am 63 and sexy all day long. So I know you Scorpios relate to that. It's so true. Yeah. So I wanted you to take a look at the Goddess card. Let's see it together. Now that we've seen what's actually happening, and we're going within, and we're just accepting, and we're being 100% us. 100%. The beautiful, the fucking beautiful, sexy, powerful, loving, committed Scorpios that you are. Your first commitment is to yourself. And we recently have been going through this Venus retrograde in our sign. And relationships are shifting. And the way we look at them is shifting. And how we're shifting it. And so shifting is the thing for us right now. And we're used to it. We're ruled by transformation and death, right? You know this. And so, my beloved Scorpios, let's see what we got for the Goddess. The Goddess Guidance Oracle by Doreen Virtue. This is the card that represents us at the moment. Oh, isn't it? Oh my God. Kali, hello. Yes, yes, yes indeed. Endings and beginnings. The old must be released so the new can enter. How true and beautiful. What do we have to do? That. We have to do that, you guys. Yeah, yeah. I'll bet you after that happens, we're going to draw some other cards too. Now I decided to pull some cards that are copacetic with these cards. So let's take a look at the romance angels on this. Oh yeah, romantic feelings is totally relevant to the Ten of Cups. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. What is this about? It's about exploring your feelings. Yes, this is what we want. But I'll draw some conclusion cards for us. What is this one saying? Oh, yeah, wisdom. Let your friends help you. I've been thinking about asking some friends to help me find a date. And everybody says that never works, so whatever. Let your friends ask you. Ask for and accept support from others. It's at this time in the video I'm going to tell you about my friend Barbara Cole. She's amazing. She taught me how to play gongs and bowls. She's a gong master, meditator, shaman, spirit guide. She's beautiful, beautiful Virgo person. And she is currently doing love and empowered relationships. Inviting men and women to end the battle of the sexes. Are you ever mystified by the behavior of the opposite sex. It's truly possible for men and women to bring out the best in one another, she says. So she's doing all these classes. Empowered relationships, inviting men and women to end the battle of the sexes. Her website will be listed below. It's love@empoweredrelationships.org. You got to know that being around her, it brings you back to the basic truths of how to maintain a relationship with the opposite sex, what mode you're in, what mindset you're in, and how to communicate. It's amazingly important to know. So I'm telling you about it. Let your friends help you. Take time to search. Search within. Search without. And release your ex. Release this person right here. Really let him go. But you do it with love. You will never lose those feelings and those yearnings within you. But you don't have to hang on anymore. Wisdom dictates that you let go. Transform. And something. But while you're going through this beginning, and you're releasing, accepting and surrendering and releasing, love yourself incredibly. Okay? Let's see what the wisdom of the hidden realms wanted to advise you guys. The Rainbow Prince is here. Compensation and perseverance. Interesting. That one I'll read. Why did Scorpio singles get the Rainbow Prince? When the Rainbow Prince appears as your ally, he reminds you about the law of compensation and the law of receiving. After the rainstorm you've endured on your journey, the Rainbow Prince brings you a pot of gold, which is the result of you using all the elements of your inner light, reaching into the sky until you touch the material realm, from one end to the other. This isn't always an easy process, and hard work must be rewarded by compensation. When you align yourself with the energy of giving the highest value, your compensation is inherent in the act itself. But the message here is more than that. The Rainbow Prince says to keep your sights on the sky after the rainstorms that may have upset your life. I'm going to turn it over. Connect those two. Follow your bliss to the pot of gold waiting for you. Perseverance pays off, and your reward will be greater than you can imagine. I told a friend yesterday, a young friend was visiting, and I said, you know what? If you do not learn how to say thank you and receive compliments and receive positive energy and receive whatever it is that you're supposed to be receiving from the divine, or the wisdom that you get, or others even as gifts, receive the release and receive, you will not be the positive conduit that can let energy and love flow through you with all of your relationships. That's what you have to do. That's why you become a graceful receiver. I'm a conduit. I carry energy. I want to love the world. I want to transform the world, but I have to transform me. I have to be able to receive this love in order to give it back unconditionally from end to end. What else came out? This was interesting. This card hit the floor. And this is for us too. The Swan Queen. Transformation, intuition, and patience. Set the stage for your success. That's what I'm hearing. The Swan Queen glides your way and asks that you look at your reflection in the events of your life. She gives you the ability to see the beauty that has transformed your life from ignorance to wisdom. The Swan Queen lets you know that it's time to go within and seek the answers to your own intuition. Don't look outside yourself for answers now. The true power lies reflected in the still waters within you. Beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. Allow time to transform ideas into reality. Nothing happens overnight. Wow. You guys, I hope you're being touched by this, because I am. Bless you, bless you, bless you. I love you. Go through this change. Accept yourself. Look at your very own beautiful eyes in the mirror. Who are you? What do you want? And what don't you want? You need to accept. You need to open your space, your heart, your mind to receive and be a good receptor and not give it away too soon. Use the energy of Kali and the crone and the wisdom that you're being given. The Swan Queen and the Rainbow Prince. Use it to be able to say yes, no, maybe so. But no. The time and sacrifice. Know what you've given up. Know where you've been. Know where you're going. It's up to you. What is the outcome for Scorpio singles? For their birthday time, I imagine. I'm going to say until about the 21st of November. So this isn't your monthly reading, guys. This is a birthday blessing reading. Partly because I'm in my own solar return right now, too. Okay. So this is continual work. This is the Eight of Coins in reverse. This is where you're working, diving in, working hard, focusing on your money and your possessions and your security and your relationships. And this is not so much. So this is like working on it, taking your time, not being hard on yourself while you're going through this process, right? Okay. And then we're going to see what's coming towards you. Okay, I hope this video is not too long. What's coming towards Scorpio? What's coming towards Scorpio during their birth month? What's coming for single Scorpios during their birth month? Single Scorpios, I love you. The Wheel of Fortune is coming your way. How beautiful is that? The Wheel of Fortune is destiny. It's destiny. It's what you set in stone. See, it's made of stone. It's what you set in stone. And what you finally agree to. And it will happen. You will have blessings. There's going to be really great blessings. Justice has shown up for us. So justice has shown up to tell us that you've finally gotten your balance. You finally have your balance, Scorpio. This is your reading. Happy birthday, Divine Loves. Wait, one more card. I'm listening to Spirit. I'm going to pull one more Romance Angel card. Talk to me about this Wheel of Fortune and Justice. What else is in the heart space of this experience for Scorpio singles? Whoa, that just popped out. Forgiving and learning. What? You see how this all ties together? This is amazing. Okay, and one more card, please. Oh my God. The wedding card wanted to pop out, and the reason I put it back in was because I have just recently stated that I would like to find a husband to spend the rest of my time with. Right? Love yourself first. There it is, guys. This is your reading. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Of course it does. I love you. Happy birthday. Bye, Scorpios.